Okay, Saurav, can anybody other can reply whether the screen is visible or not? Okay, it's visible now. So, okay, no issue. One more student who can confirm whether it is visible properly. Yes, thank you so much. Now we'll start with today's lecture, which is very important, right, from the graphical point of view, because in today's lecture we are going to see the analysis of the velocity and acceleration by using some graphical method. And the very first method that we are going to see is the relative velocity method, right? And already we had started with this topic in the last lecture, and we had also seen some of the basics related to the velocity and acceleration, right? And in the previous lecture, we also saw the concept of the relative velocity, right? We saw like what is the velocity of A with respect to B, right? Then how it is represented by a vector, by some common examples like two bodies which are moving parallel to each other, then two bodies which are moving at a certain angle to each other, right? So if this is so, then how to find the relative velocity, right? That we had seen in the previous lecture, right? So I think before going further, this should be very clear with everybody what is the relative velocity, right? And then I think we had also started with this point where in the figure you can see we have a rigid body, right? And there are 2 points on this rigid body, right? So these points are A and B. So this is the point A on the body, rigid body, and this is the point B on the rigid body, right? Also, you can see there is 2 more points. One point lies on this link, right, which is the point C, and the next point is the point D, which is lying outside the link over here, right? Now, for this, the link, rigid link, we can draw the velocity diagram with the help of the relative velocity method, right? So for that, what we can do, we have to observe the velocity first, right? So here you can see the velocity for A is given over here, right? So this is the velocity for A, right? And it will be the absolute velocity, right? It will be the absolute velocity. So the direction for the point A is given, and we will assume that the magnitude and direction both are known for A, right? If you go for the point B over here, for that the absolute velocity of the point B is given and the direction is this one, right? So here what is there, the direction is there, right? But the magnitude is not there, right? The magnitude is not there. So direction is there, but magnitude is not there. For point A, we have both magnitude as well as direction, right? Then we have VBA, right? So what is this VBA? This is the relative velocity, right, of B with respect to A, right? And its direction, as I told you in the previous lecture, will always be perpendicular to the link AB, right? So the velocity, the direction of velocity of any point on the link with respect to the another point on the same link. So for example, we are talking about the velocity of B with respect to A, right? So if this both the points B and A are lying on the same link, right, and we are drawing the relative velocity direction, that is velocity of B with respect to A, it will be always be perpendicular to the link. It will be always be perpendicular to the link, right? So relative velocity VBA, we can see it is perpendicular to the link AB, right? So we also know the direction of velocity of B with respect to A, right? So for this also the direction is known and the magnitude is not known, right? So magnitude is not known, direction is known, magnitude is not known, right? Now we can see for A we know magnitude, direction, for B we know direction, no magnitude, and for velocity of BA we know the direction but magnitude is not known, right? So this unknown things we can calculate by using the velocity diagram, right? So for that we will start from a point which is known in magnitude and direction, right? So in this example we can see the point A is the point for which we are knowing the magnitude and the direction, right? So point A is the point for which we know the magnitude and direction, right? Or what we can do, we can take one pole point, right, O here. So this is, I will represent this point by O, right? Then what is to be done? We know the velocity of the point A, right? So we have to always start with that point for which we know magnitude as well as direction, right? So now in this example, there is only one point for which we know the magnitude as well as direction, right? So that is the point A, right? So now we know the direction. So VA, you can see over here, it is perfectly horizontal, right? So in the velocity diagram also, you have to go in that direction, same as that of shown in the diagram, right? So I will draw, and this is my vector OA. I will represent it as OA, right? And how I'm going to write down this? So this is my velocity A, right? Absolute velocity A, right? Which is represented by a vector OA. I can also write down this as VAO, right? So I have given one trick how to write down this velocity. So we have to look for the arrow. The pointer of the arrow is towards the A, right? So we have to write VAO. If I reverse this, so this will be VOA, right? Which will be given by AO vector, and this is given by OA vector, right? So I think that should be very clear to you because we have covered that in the previous lecture. Okay, so now we have finished with the first part, that is the velocity of the point A. We have drawn this vector OA, right? So as I told you in the previous lecture, for drawing a vector, we should know its direction as well as the magnitude, right? So this vector, we know the magnitude and direction, but for the remaining vectors, we don't know the magnitude. So how we have to find now, right? So we'll make the use of the point O again, because velocity of B we have shown over here, right? And this is the absolute velocity. So when I am talking about the absolute velocity, it should always start from the point O. The point O, right? So VA with respect to O is nothing but the absolute velocity, and now VB that we are going to draw. Now you can see the direction over here. You have to draw to the same direction, right? It should be similar to what it has been shown in the diagram. So I will draw it. Now I will extend it to the both the sides of the point O, right? Because I don't know where it is going to intersect with the another link, right? So what I have done now, I have drawn a line, right, which starts from the point O, right, or it passes from the point O, and it is parallel to the direction of VB over here. It is parallel to the direction of VB over here, right? Now, we don't know the magnitude. That's why we cannot fix the length of this vector, right? So for that, we will go for the next step again, right? So now we have been finished with VB. Now what is remaining? Velocity of B with respect to A, right? Velocity of B with respect to A, right? So this is relative velocity now. It is not going to start from the point O, right? So for drawing the velocity of B with respect to A, what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line which is parallel to this one, right? Parallel to this one. And it should start from the point A or B. A or B, not O, because this is not an absolute velocity. This is relative velocity, right? So we should start from point A, because in the diagram, you can see in the velocity diagram, the point B, we have not yet found out the point B, because we have the point A. That's why we are going to start with the point A, right? So from point A, what I will do, I will draw a line which is parallel to this VBA, right? So if I draw, then what is going to happen? So it will go like this somewhat. Right? So wherever it intersects with this line, so this will be our point B, right? So I will erase the unnecessary part that is not required. So this I'm going to trim. Also this side I'm going to trim. Okay, so now this is the velocity polygon, right? Velocity polygon. So I will mark the velocities. Now if I draw the arrow like this, you can see the arrow is pointing towards the point B. So this will be velocity of B with respect to O, or it is the absolute velocity. It can also be written as VB, simply VB, right? And if I draw the arrow like this over here, you can see it is pointing towards B. So it will be B with respect to A, velocity of B with respect to A. Or if it is pointing in the direction towards the A, it will be velocity of A with respect to V, right? Very simple, right? Now you can simply measure these vectors and you can identify the magnitude of the velocity B and relative velocity B with respect to it. If I want to identify the magnitude of velocity of B, right, we know this is the vector, this is the vector, you can measure the length and you can obtain the magnitude, right? Now we are not drawing this diagram as per the scale, right? So whenever we are going to start with the numericals, we are going to go by scale. That's why I told you to keep one drawing book with you and the geometrical instruments. In this problem, I'm just showing without the scale, right? I'm not taking the dimensions as per the scale, right? So this is the diagram, velocity diagram for this rigid link. Also, we can see here the point C is lying on this link, right? So what about this point C? How to find or how to locate this point C in the velocity diagram? So here, what I can do, I can see now this is my A, this is my B, and my C point is lying over here, right? So it is dividing the line AB, right? So what I will do, I will do like this. So AC upon CB, right? So C is dividing the vector, C is dividing the length here, AB. So here in the velocity diagram, I can write down this as AC upon CB, right? So this is called as the configuration diagram, right? So here what I've done, capital AC upon CB, that is equals to, in vector diagram, we are denoting it by the small letters. So it will be AC by CB. So here we can see in this diagram, the C is dividing the line AB, right? In the same ratio, in the velocity diagram also, C is going to divide the vector AB, right? So we have to write down this equation, a very simple equation, right? And we can identify now, or what we can do, just a second, there should be modification in the formula. Right, so I can write AB upon AC, and that is equals to AB upon AC, because here we can see we know AB, right? We know AC, so this will be given in the question, right? Then AB, this is the vector which is in the velocity diagram, so we can measure it very easily. Only unknown here is AC. So from this equation we can find AC, which will be equals to AB into AC upon AB, right? So if you find the value of AC from here, so you have to take the compass, keep your compass over here at the point A, and you have to mark the point C over here, right? And then you will get the point C, right? Then if I want to write, so for example, now I'm getting the point C over here, and if I draw the arrow like this, right? So what this is going to represent, this will be velocity of A with respect to C, right? So any point which is there on the link, we can take it on the velocity polygon by using this equation, because here C is dividing the line AB in the ratio, and in the same ratio it is going to divide it in the velocity diagram, right? So this simple formula we are going to make use when we will solve the numericals, right? Similarly, you can see the point D is also there at the outside of the link, right? So here you can see the point D is there, right? So in the similar manner, we have drawn the velocity diagram. In the similar manner, we can also locate the point D over here, right? So it will be somewhat over here like this, right? So this we'll see in the numericals. When we will solve the numericals, we'll come across one of the numerical in which the velocity of the point which is lying outside the link, that we will see in the numericals. Okay, so the point was to understand how to draw the velocity diagram, right? And we have gone through a very simple example over here, a rigid link example, right? And we have drawn the velocity diagram for the rigid link, right? So please reply in the chat box. Please reply in the chat box. Okay, there is one question by Akshay. Where is the magnitude of the point A? So Akshay, the magnitude of the point A is not given in this question, but obviously it will be given in the numericals, right? We have assumed that point A was having the magnitude and direction. We have assumed some magnitude for it, right? So in numerical, we will calculate the magnitude, whatever magnitude will be there. So please reply in the chat box whether this velocity polygon is very clear to everybody, so that we can move for the next part. Yes, other students, please reply. This is very important. Please remember, the whole third unit is based on this. So I kindly request everybody that please pay attention and do as I say, right? As I told you that you should keep one drawing book with you, because practicing will help you in unit number 3. Just watching the screen is not going to help you. When you draw on your own, you will understand the things. Okay, so now a very simple example we'll consider over here. So this is the Slider crank mechanism. Here now I want to draw the velocity polygon for this Slider crank mechanism. Again, I'm not going to take the dimensions. I will assume that for the point B over here, we know the magnitude as well as the direction, right? So for this, how we can draw the velocity polygon, that we'll see, right? So for example, now we have to take the first fixed point over here, right? We have to take the fixed point. So whenever we are going to draw the velocity polygon, we have to take the fixed point, and that fixed point is O, right? So here we have the fixed point, right? Then we have to go by the known, the points for which we know the magnitude as well as direction. So as I have said that for point B, I know the magnitude as well as the direction, right? So where will be the velocity of this point? It will be perpendicular to this link. Always remember, it will be perpendicular to the link. So point B, velocity of point B with respect to O, right? It will be perpendicular, right? And what about this AB? Now AB is the link, right? So again, we can see for link AB, the velocity will again be perpendicular, right? So this, you should not forget this thing, right? So velocity, the direction of velocity will be perpendicular to this link. And what about the piston? Piston, we know it is reciprocating horizontally, so its velocity will be horizontal, right? Its velocity will be horizontal, right? Parallel to its run, right? Now we'll start with the velocity diagram. So first what we'll do, we'll draw velocity of B with respect to O, because we know this in magnitude and direction. So we'll draw one line which is parallel to this, So I will draw like this. Okay, so what is this? We'll represent it by B, right? And if I want to write down, this is the arrow. Now we can see the pointer is towards the B, so I can write down this as B with respect to O, right? So I finished with B now, right? Now what I will do, I know that piston is reciprocating horizontally, right? So its velocity will always be in this direction, right? Horizontal direction. So I know that thing. So what I will do, I will draw a line which is horizontal, like this, right? Now what I've done, I've drawn the line on both the sides of the point O, right? To the right also, to the left also. Why I have done this? Because I only know the direction of the piston, right? I only know the direction of the piston. I don't know the magnitude of the piston, right? So that's why I've drawn this on both the sides, right? Next, what is remaining? Only one link is remaining, that is AB, right? So now we know that for AB, the direction is perpendicular to this link, right? So for AB, I can start from either point A or point B. For the link AB, I can start either from point A or point B, right? So from what point I should start obviously from the point B, because in the velocity diagram we know that B is present, A is not present. We have not yet found out the position of the point A. We know the point B is there. So what we can do, we will draw a line which is passing from the point B, and it will be parallel to this line, right? So it will be like this. And we can see now it is intersecting at this point. So this point is your point P, right? So I will erase the unnecessary part. So this is not required. This is not required. And this is also not required. Right? So simply, now if I draw like this, the arrow is pointing towards the point P. So this will be velocity of P with respect to O. Then if I go for this will be velocity of B with respect to O. I think this is point A, sorry. This is point A. We have denoted by the point A, right? And then this was our point B. I will erase this. So if I draw an arrow like this, it is, it is pointing towards the point A. So this will be velocity of A with respect to B. Or if it is pointing in the upward direction, it will be velocity of B with respect to A, right? So this is the simple velocity diagram for the slider crank mechanism. Yes, whether it is clear to everybody? Very simple. If it is clear, we can start with the first numerical then. Please reply. Yeah, this is velocity of A with respect to O. So I've made one mistake. I've taken P point over there. So the point was A for the slider. So velocity of A with respect to O. Is it
angle BOA के
angle
BOA
वो angle theta रहता है. Actually here we have taken we have assumed the angle. We are not drawing to the dimensions, but when we are going to solve the numerical, I will tell you what to do with that. Okay, don't think about this angle now. Just think how to draw the velocity diagram. That's it. We'll see in the first numerical what to do with that angle. Yogesh Awad is saying, sir, why we change the position S of the point? We have not changed the position of S, Yogesh. The position, we are not deciding the position, right? Where we are getting the intersection point, that is the position of that point. Sir, what is that perpendicular line to AB in the given diagram? So we know that, Bhanupriya, when we are going to rotate the crank OB, right? So if I say the crank OB is rotating in the clockwise direction, right? The link AB is also going to rotate. It will be in the anti-clockwise direction, right? So whenever any link is rotating, it will have its velocity and it will be always be perpendicular to that link, right? So as I told you, if this is your crank and this crank OA is rotating in the clockwise direction, right? It is rotating in the clockwise direction. So it will have the velocity always perpendicular to the link, right? That's why here AB is the link which is going to rotate and its velocity direction is going to be always perpendicular to that link. It will be always perpendicular to that link, right? Always remember, any link you're going to see the velocity, that direction of velocity will be always perpendicular to the link. The direction you're going to take perpendicular to the link. Getting Bhanupriya, I think these things are going to be very clear when we are going to solve the numericals, right? So there will be ample of numericals that we are going to solve, and that will clear your problems or whatever questions you have related to this velocity polygon, right? Here we are only observing how to draw the velocity polygon, right? We are not seeing how to draw the velocity polygon to the scale, right? So that we'll see in this numerical, right? So first we'll go with this numerical, right? So everybody is ready now with the drawing book with them. Please reply. Okay, I just got disconnected with the internet. So please reply whether the screen is still visible to everybody. Okay. Okay, no issue. Now, I hope that everybody is having drawing books with them and the geometrical instruments with them. If anybody is not having the drawing book, as I told you in the previous lecture, that this drawing book will be assessed, right, at the midterm, mid of the semester, or at the end of the semester. Also, there is the external oral for that also, and also for the term work, this drawing book is going to be checked, right? So maintain this drawing book with you. If you do not have the drawing book with you today, what you can do, you can draw it on the rough pages, right, with the help of the scale and pencil, and just take the snapshot of the numerical, the statement of the numerical, and then you will again in the spare time you can draw it on your drawing book, right? So now we will see this example now. So as the screen is visible to everybody, I will read out the first numerical. In a 4-bar chain ABCD, AD is fixed and is 150 mm long, right? So the length of the link AD is given. Then the crank AB is 40 mm long. So this is the crank AB, which is 40 mm long and rotates at 200 RPM. So clockwise rotation is there and RPM is 200, which is given in the clockwise direction. Then the link CD 80 mm is given, is oscillating about the point D. BC and AD are of the equal length. So we can see BC and AD. Both are having the same length, that is 150, right? Then find the angular velocity of the link CD when angle BAD is 50 degree, right? So there is one correction over here. This is angle 50 degree, right? So we have to find the angular velocity. What we need to find is angular velocity, that is omega CD. We know one equation, just let me tell you, V equals to R omega, right? Using this equation, we can, we know the relationship between V and omega over here. We can make use of this equation frequently to find the linear velocity and the angular velocities, right? So that is what is the question about. We have to find the angular velocity of the link CD, right? So link CD, you can see it is over here, right? So how to find that angular velocity of the link CD? So we'll start with the numerical, and initially what we'll do, whatever the given things are there, from that we are going to find some required things which will require for the calculation, right? So now they have given that the crank AB is rotating at 200 RPM, right? So we can find out, or n of AB is given 200 RPM, right? So what we'll do, we can find out omega AB, omega of AB, which will be 2 pi NAB upon 60, right? So please find the value of omega AB and quickly reply in the chat box. We'll go step by step. Find the omega AB and put it in the chat box. I forget to tell you, also keep calculators with you because you will require calculator for calculating the velocities. 20.943. Okay, very good. So now omega AB we are getting 20.943, right? Also we can find velocity of B, right, which is equals to R into omega, we know, right? So VB will be equals to R. What we are going to take R will be this length AB, right? Or we are taking velocity of B with respect to A. So this will be BA multiplied by omega of BA, right? So here, remember that omega of AB will be equals to omega of BA, right? So BA we know it is given 40, and we know the angular velocity of AB, it is 20.943, right? So what is the velocity of B with respect to A? So quickly calculate this and reply in the chat box. $837.76. It will be 837.76, right? Which is mm per second, or we can convert this into a meter per second, and it will be 837 meter per second. So velocity of B with respect to A, right? So everybody, please write down these two things in your notebook, right? First thing is omega AB we have calculated. Second thing, velocity of B with respect to A we have calculated. So write down these two things on your notebook, because I'm going to erase this part, because we have to draw the velocity diagram in this space. So I request everybody, please note down these values with you. I will erase this part. So I will give you 30 seconds. So quickly write down these values in your notebook, and I will erase this part, and then we'll move ahead. Okay, now I will erase this part. Hope everybody has taken these values. I will just show you the steps that we are going to follow in drawing the velocity diagram. So in the previous numerical, I had written the step, but we can follow this step for this numerical as well, right? So what was the step one? Step one was to calculate the velocity of the crank, or we can say calculate the velocity of the given link. Whatever the dimensions or the speed, if they have given, there will be always an input link for which the speed will be given. For that, we have to calculate its velocity and angular velocity, right? So that is the step one. Step two, we have to draw the configuration diagram as per the given dimensions of the mechanism, right? So what is meaning by configuration diagram, right? So we have to draw in the step two, what we are going to do, we are going to draw the configuration diagram. Now, what is the question? The question is, what is mean by this configuration diagram, right? So this configuration diagram is nothing but this diagram, right? Whatever you can see in on your screen, this diagram is nothing but the configuration diagram. We have to draw this diagram as it is with the scale, whatever given, right? Now, what we are doing, we are taking the scales, because this dimensions cannot fit on our page. Sometimes what happens, near about they give 600 mm, right? So then drawing 600 mm will be not, you cannot draw that dimension on the page. So for that, what we do, we have to take the scale, right? So for the configuration diagram, what we'll do, we'll take a scale, and for this, I think we should go for one. I think we'll go for, just a minute, 1 centimeter equals to 20 mm. We'll consider 1 centimeter equals to 20 mm, right? So this scale we are going to take. So if we consider 1 centimeter equals to 20 mm, so this 40 mm will be equals to what? 2 centimeter. Similarly, this 150 mm we have to consider in centimeter, 80 and 150 again we have to consider, right? So by using this scale, what we'll do, first we'll locate the point A. We'll take the point A, right? We'll take the point A for the configuration diagram. So please do as I say, right? Parallelly do as I say. We have taken scale 1 centimeter equals to 20 mm for the configuration diagram, right? So in this configuration diagram, the first step is take the point A, take any point A on your drawing book, right? I think you're parallelly doing with me. Then what we need to do, take a compass and from the x-axis at 60 degree, draw a line at an angle of 60 degree. Sorry, I'm again. So the angle is 50 degree, please remember. So at an angle of 50 degree, you have to draw a line, and we know this length because we know we have taken scale as 1 centimeter equals to 20 mm. So for 40 mm, this will be 2 centimeter, right? It will be 2 centimeter. So this is the point B I'm going to get, right? Similarly, we have to convert this 150 mm into centimeter. Just take a compass, keep at point B, and draw one arc of length BC, right? Draw an arc of length BC, right? Then next thing what we can do, we can go from A to D, point A to D, because we know it is 150 and it is in the horizontal direction, right? So simply what we'll do, we have to convert that 150 mm into centimeter, and we have to draw a line like this, right? So we'll get the point D over here, right? And then keeping the compass at the point D, we have to convert this 80 mm into centimeter using the scale, and keep your compass at the point D and cut an arc over here. So you'll get the point C over here, right? And then simply what we are going to do, we are going to join this. That's right. So what is this? This is your configuration diagram. This is the step 2, configuration diagram, right? For this configuration diagram, we have to draw the velocity diagram, right? So this is your configuration diagram. So configuration diagram is nothing but the same diagram we are drawing with the scale, right? So has everybody come to this point? Whether they have drawn the configuration diagram, please reply in the chat box. Yes, kindly reply in the chat box whether you are going parallelly with me. Have you finished with the configuration diagram? Please type yes so that I will understand that you are finished with the configuration diagram. It's very simple. You have to just draw it to the scale. And scale, remember, you can take scale as per your convenience, right? It is not a hard and fast rule that you have to take this scale only, 1 centimeter equals 20 mm. You can also take 1 centimeter equals to 10 mm. So in this case, what will happen? This 40 mm will become 4 centimeter, right? So as per your convenience, you can take the scale. There is no compulsion in taking the same scale. Okay, so now I think we have finished with the configuration diagram. Now what I will do, I will erase this part. Right? Once we have drawn the configuration diagram, we'll go for the velocity diagram now. So now we will go for the velocity diagram. So we can go for the steps now. So here, draw the velocity diagram for a given mechanism, step 4, right? So step 3 we had already done, calculate the velocity of the input link, right? We have already done with that. So we'll directly jump to the step 4, and it is velocity diagram, right? Now you could remember that we have drawn the or found out the velocity of B, that this we know it is equals to, what is the velocity of B? It was 0.8377 meter per second, right? So here also, before starting with the velocity diagram, we have to take a convenient scale, right? So that we can draw the velocity diagram. So for example, I will take the scale as 1 centimeter equals to 0.1 meter per second. 1 centimeter equals to 0.1 meter per second, because for VB we know it is 0.8377 meter per second. So for 1 centimeter, if we take 0.1 meter per second, then for 0.8377 meter per second, what will be the centimeter? From this, you can easily calculate the AB in centimeter, right? So we'll start with the velocity diagram now. What we'll do now, as I told you, when we start with the velocity diagram, we have to always take the fixed points, right? I will take the point anywhere on the page, and this will be my point A comma D, right? A comma D, because we can see point A and D are fixed over here. So they have to, they will be at the same point A comma D. So this is the first thing you should know, right? Then I told you, you have to start the velocity diagram from that point for which you know the magnitude as well as the direction, right? So if I want to draw the directions, so for the link AB, you can see the link AB, the velocity will be perpendicular, the direction of velocity will be perpendicular. So for link BC, the direction of velocity will be perpendicular. So for link CD, the direction will be perpendicular, right? So remember this thing, the directions of the velocity will be perpendicular to the link, right? So now what we need to do, we know this velocity of B is pointing in this direction, right? In the downward direction. So what I will do, I will go downwards, right? So this is my point B over here, right? So here I have taken care of this thing, right? I have the magnitude of this vector AB, the magnitude of this vector AB will be what we are going to get from this, right? So this will be equals to what, 1 into 0.8377 divided by 0.1. So if you calculate this, you will get the answer in the centimeter. So as per the scale, you have to draw this vector OB, right? Because we have taken 1 centimeter equals to 1.1 meter per second. And we have velocity of B, which is 0.8377 meter per second. So for 0.8377, how much centimeter is there? You can calculate from this equation. And this vector OB has to be drawn to that required dimension, right? So now we have finished with the point B, right? Now what next thing we can do is, we have to go for the link BC over here. We have to go for the link BC over here, right? And we know the direction will be perpendicular to this BC, right? Now what I will do, I can start from the point B or for the or with the point C, right? So for link BC, I can start with the point B or with the point C. But in the velocity diagram, you can see that point C is not present because we have not yet found out the position for the point C, but we know the position for the point B, right? We have found the position of the point B. So what I will do, I will just scroll down. Please tell me if it is not visible. Please tell me. I'm going little bit down. Okay. Now, what we'll do, I will draw a line which is parallel to this line, right? And it will be passing from point B. It will be passing from the point B like this. Okay. So it will be somewhat like this. Now I've drawn this for what? For the link BC, right? Link BC, right? And I forgot to show this velocity. So it is, the arrow is pointing towards B. So this is velocity of B with respect to A, I can say, right? Similarly, this point C, we can see it is rotating with respect to this point D, which is fixed. So here we have also seen that point B was rotating with respect to A. Similarly, point C is going to rotate with respect to point D, right? So here we can represent the velocity of C with respect to B, and it will be perpendicular to this link CD, right? Perpendicular to this link CD. So for CD, we can start from point C or D, right? So what about point C? We don't know point C, but we know point D. Point D is there in our velocity diagram, right? So I'm going to draw a line which will be parallel to this direction, and it will be like this, right? So now I can see I'm getting one intersecting point over here, right? I will erase all the other parts. So this is my velocity polygon for the 4-bar mechanism. And this point, what we are getting over here, this is my point C, right? And if I want to show, this was my point B. And if I show this arrow, it will be velocity of C with respect to D over here. If I show the arrow like this, so here it will be velocity of B with respect to C. If I show the arrow like this, it will be velocity of C with respect to B, right? So from this velocity diagram, you can easily calculate any velocities. For example, if you want to calculate the velocity of C with respect to D, right, you have to measure this in centimeter, right? And you have to again go for meter per second, because you have taken 1 centimeter equals to 0.1 meter per second square. If your this length for the velocity CD is coming to be 0.5 meter, or if it is coming to be 2 centimeter, right? So we have taken scale 1 centimeter equals to 0.1 meter per second. So for 2 centimeter, how much, right? So by this you can find the velocity of CD. Or if you want to find the velocity of CB, if you want to find the velocity of CB, it is very simple again, right? How to find the velocity of CB? You have to just measure this vector, right? If you are going velocity of CB, you have to, the vector which is going to be represented, which will represent this velocity of CB will be BC, right? You have to measure this vector BC. It will be in centimeters. Convert this into meter per second. That will be your velocity, right? So to get the unknown magnitudes, you have to just measure the length of the vector and find your answer in the meter per second. Very simple. Now what is asked in the question? We have been asked the angular velocity of the link CD. Angular velocity of the link CD. So in the diagram you can see the link CD is present over here, right? So we have the formula V of CD is equals to R of CD into omega of CD, right? So this formula we'll know very well, right? So how to find this? So it will be omega CD equals to VCD upon R of CD, right? What is VCD? VCD is not known now, right? But we can find that VCD by using this, the length of the vector, we can find VCD. So VCD will be known from that, and divided by RCD, which is given over here. RCD is given, and so this RCD and VCD both are given, and from this we can find the angular velocity, that is omega CD, right? So can anybody, if we have drawn the velocity diagram, can quickly tell me what is the value of VCD and omega CD?
Sir, VCD 0.51 meter per second.
Okay, you can chat, you can type in the chat box. So I think that will be better. Please type in the chat box whatever answers you are getting. Okay, Yogesh Yadav is getting VCD as 0.55. What about others? Please confirm with your answers. Advait is getting 0.55. Okay, you have found VCD, but what about omega CD? Because in question they have asked us omega CD, angular velocity of CD. That you have to calculate. Three point 3.9 centimeter what, Bhanupriya? I'm asking about, we want to find velocity of CD link and angular velocity of CD link. So it should be in meter per second and radian per second. So give me the answer in meter per second and radian per second for the link CD. Okay, so I will write down the answers. So I think the time is not sufficient with us. So I will directly write down the answers. Note down the answers with you and try to find or redo it if the answer is not correct. If you're not getting the correct answer, kindly go through it again and find. So I'm writing, so V of CD, it is somewhat 0.51 meter per second, right? Then omega of CD is somewhat 6375 radian per second. Right, so these are the answers. Similarly, for BC also you can find out the angular velocity, right? So you can do in the same way. We have to first find out velocity of BC, which will come 0.5 meter per second, and then omega of BC you can calculate by using formula, and it will be 3 radian per second, right? So just note down these two things, cross check later. Okay. So please check your answers, whether you're getting the same answers, and reply whether this velocity polygon for the given example that we have taken is very clear to you. Please reply in the chat box, everybody.
Sir, not clear, sir.
Attendance. Yes?
Not clear.
Not clear.
Sir,
What is
after
not clear?
configuration diagram, sir. CD के लिए.
After configuration diagram, velocity polygon के बारे में बोल रहे हो क्या आप? Diagram के बारे में?
हाँ.
ये देखो, एकदम अभी सिंपल में बताता हूं मैं. हमें क्या करना है, जो भी मैकेनिज्म दिया है, राइट, उसमें से सबसे पहले फिक्स्ड पॉइंट हमें आइडेंटिफाई करने हैं. सो व्हाट आर द फिक्स्ड पॉइंट A and D, राइट? सो व्हाट आई विल डू, द वेरी फर्स्ट स्टेप, आई विल टेक A, D, right, in the velocity polygon, because these points are fixed, right? Then I have to search for a point for which the magnitude as well as direction is given, right? So I know this is the link AB, right? And this link AB is rotating in the clockwise direction. So its velocity direction will be always perpendicular to this link. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please
Yes,
go
sir.
along with me. Please go along with me, right? So for link AB, I know the magnitude as well as direction, because initially we have calculated velocity of B, right? That we have calculated by using R omega, right? So by this we have calculated the magnitude for the link AB, right? So initially what we know angular velocity as well as linear velocity for the link AB. So what we'll do, first we'll draw the velocity in this direction, right? Because this is my point B over here, right? So this is vector AB, right? Because I know this vector in direction as well as magnitude. Direction was perpendicular to the link, and magnitude we have calculated, right? And we are drawing this as per the scale. We have taken some certain scale for this. Is it clear up to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we need to do? We have finished with the link AB. Now, which are the links which are remaining? One is BC, second is CD, right? So these two links are remaining. So what I will do now, I will first take BC link, right? So one thing you have to remember, direction for every link you are knowing, right? It will be perpendicular, always perpendicular to the link. BC अगर मैंने लिया तो उसका डायरेक्शन होगा इसके परपेंडिकुलर. CD मैंने लिया तो उसका डायरेक्शन होगा इसके परपेंडिकुलर. Is there any problem with the direction?
No, sir.
कोई भी लिंक लो आप, किसी भी लिंक का डायरेक्शन जो होगा वो लिंक के परपेंडिकुलर होगा, राइट? अभी मैं लिंक BC ले रहा हूँ, राइट? सो आई हैव टू think from which point I can draw a line, because I know direction for BC will be like this, right? ये जो डायरेक्शन होगा वो मुझे इस डायरेक्शन के अकॉर्डिंग मुझे वेलोसिटी डायग्राम में लेना है. लेकिन कौन से पॉइंट से मैं शुरुआत करूं, B या फिर C? That depends which point is available in the velocity diagram. Now you can see point B is available, right? Point C is not available. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll draw a line which is parallel to this line. इसको जो पैरेलल होगा वो पॉइंट बी में से निकलता हुआ निकालेंगे हम, राइट, लाइक दिस. नाउ आई डोंट नो दी मैग्नीट्यूड. अभी जो पॉइंट सी होगा मेरा, वो हो सकता है ये साइड भी आए पॉइंट बी के, या फिर ये साइड भी आए पॉइंट बी के. वेदर इट इज क्लियर अप टू दिस?
Yes, sir.
ओके, बीसी का काम खत्म हो गया. अभी बीसी का हमें सिर्फ डायरेक्शन पता था, मैग्नीट्यूड पता नहीं था. तो हमने क्या किया, बीसी को एक लाइन निकाला जो इसके पैरेलल होगा, पॉइंट बी में से जाता हुआ, राइट? वी डोंट नो द मैग्नीट्यूड, वी ओनली नो द डायरेक्शन. अभी बीसी का काम खत्म हो गया, अभी सीडी लेना है. तो सीडी के लिए भी सेम कंसीडर करना है. CD के लिए 2 पॉइंट्स होंगे, C और D. I can start with the point C or D, but in the diagram I can see velocity diagram point C is not there anywhere, but point D I can see it is over here, right? और अगर मैंने लिंक CD लिया तो उसका जो वेलोसिटी का डायरेक्शन होगा उसको परपेंडिकुलर, लिंक के परपेंडिकुलर होगा, राइट? सो इसी डायरेक्शन के पैरेलल में हमें ये पॉइंट D से जो एक लाइन ड्रॉ करना है, राइट? सो आई विल ड्रॉ लाइक दिस, राइट? सो यू कैन सी नाउ ये जो BC लिंक है और CD लिंक है ये दोनों इंटरसेक्ट हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे, राइट? सिमिलरली इन द वेलोसिटी डायग्राम ये जो लाइन था ये किसके लिए था? BC के लिए था, और ये लाइन किसके लिए है? ये CD के लिए. अभी ये दोनों इंटरसेक्ट कहाँ पे हो रहे हैं? इस पॉइंट पे. सो आई एम गेटिंग दिस पॉइंट एज द पॉइंट C, राइट? और बाकी के जो अभी अननेसेसरी लाइंस है वो हम रफ करेंगे, और ये होगा हमारा वेलोसिटी.
सर वो
हाँ
सर वो एडी लिंक फिक्स है इसलिए अपन ने मतलब ए और डी पॉइंट को सेम कंसीडर किया है.
यस 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 यस. अभी फिक्स है मतलब इन फिक्स के अबाउट ही जो बाकी के मोशंस होंगे, राइट? इफ आई से वेलोसिटी ऑफ बी विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ए, राइट? मतलब बी मूव हो रहा है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ए इज माय फिक्स्ड पॉइंट. दिस इज आल्सो कॉल्ड एज द एब्सोल्यूट वेलोसिटी, राइट? वेलोसिटी ऑफ C विद रिस्पेक्ट टू D, राइट? D यहाँ पे फिक्स्ड है, C मूव हो रहा है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू सम फिक्स्ड पॉइंट, सो दिस इज आल्सो कॉल्ड एज द एब्सोल्यूट वेलोसिटी, राइट? सो ये जो एब्सोल्यूट वेलोसिटी है या फिर जो पॉइंट किसी फिक्स्ड पॉइंट के रिलेशन में मूव हो रहा है, तो वो ऑलवेज हमें जो फिक्स पॉइंट जो है मैकेनिज्म में वो ऑलवेज एक ही पॉइंट पे लेना है, A, D दोनों एक ही पॉइंट पे होंगे. गेटिंग?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no issue. We will continue this. More problems we are going to see, and as we go on, you will understand things, right? So it is not possible to understand everything from the first numerical. So as we move on further, you will understand everything. Okay. So that's it now for today's lecture. Sorry, we have extended for 10 minutes. So
Hello,
now,
sir.
Everybody can mention present in the chat box for the attendance, and those who have doubt, they can remain back in the lecture. I think next lecture will be there.